Hello everyone, this is Teacher Ku.
Okay, we are still on polynomial. Now we are moving on to question 4, partial fractions. Partial fractions, there are total of 3 types. Regardless of which type it is, there are always 2 things we must ensure or do before we can start. Number 1 is make sure the fraction is a proper fraction. Means the highest power of x in the numerator is smaller than the highest power of x in the denominator. The second thing is we must ensure the denominator is fully factorized. So now let's start with question 4a. 7x minus 3 over 1 minus x squared. First thing, let's make sure it's fully factorized. So 1 minus x squared is like 1 square minus x squared. So you all remember the a plus b, a minus b thing, right? Now you know the denominator is made out of 1 plus x and 1 minus x already. Split it up into 2 fractions and put an unknown constant as a numerator. Everything multiplied by 1 minus x squared, then we have this. So now we can start solving for a and b. And the method I like to use the most is to sub in some special values for x. For example, sub x equals to 1. Then something interesting will happen. You can see the left side is 7 times 1 minus 3. The right side, the interesting thing is a times 1 minus 1. So that made me very happy because a times 0 is 0 lah. Okay, so then I can solve for b easily lah. So next thing what I want to sub in, I want to make b disappear lah. So 1 plus x equals 0. X I sub as negative 1. So sub in already, the b will be multiplying with 0. So you can solve easily. This part, the method is okay lah. But why some people always get wrong, make mistakes, is because of carelessness in workings. You have to be careful, do a bit slower. Don't rush through the working. Then end up easy question you know how to do, but end up cannot score. Wasted, right? Okay, so after you get A and B already, right, some people stop here very happy and move on to the next question. No, answer the question, partial fraction. So write out the full thing. The original fraction is equals to a over what plus b over what. Now you sub in the a and b. See the a got negative, right? Just put it outside. Okay, so that's all for question 4a. Okay, 4b. Look at the denominator. It comprises of x squared plus 4. This type I'll call it a non-factorizable quadratic. So how should we proceed? We will split them out into fractions with some unknown constants in the numerator as usual. But for the x squared plus 4, the numerator we need to put an x term. That's why we have a bx plus c. The whole equation multiplied by the original denominator, x plus 1, x squared plus 4. Okay, then no more fraction already lah. Okay, at this point, some common mistakes that I've seen before is students forget to put a bracket for the bx plus c, which then later you will make some working mistake lah. And even if all your workings later are correct, right, just for not putting bracket at the bx plus c for this step, right, it is already a wrong method. Then your answer correct also no marks. Okay, so next, what do I want to sub in? X equals to negative 1. Why? Because it will make my x plus 1 become 0 ma. Then I like to deal with 0. When things become 0 here and there, right, then I can solve for a single unknown easily. Then I can solve for a equals to negative 3 because I don't have to deal with b's and c's. After that, I sub some other special values such as x equals 0. Then I have b also disappear lah. And since I know a equals to negative 3, I sub in, I can find c. Okay, then what's the next x value to sub in? There is no more special number to sub in already. So here you can just sub in any convenient number. If it's not 0, then positive 1 lor. Okay, so sub in x equals to 1. Then you know a, you know c. I just solve for one single unknown b. Don't make careless mistake. Okay, with that, write out the whole question that you have written at the first step all over again. Now sub in A, B, and C accordingly lah. With that, that's all for question 4b. Next, question 4c. Something special about this question is that it is an improper fraction. Why? Numerator is x power 3 ma. Denominator, if you expand out, right, only x power 2. 3 is bigger than 2 ma. So this is an improper fraction. Must do what? Long division first. So in order to do long division, we must expand the denominator first. X minus 4 whole thing square, you expand with the identity a minus b whole thing square. Then you do long division, and you will get a quotient called x plus 8. And the remainder is called 48x minus 128. I know the number a bit big, but if it's correct, it's correct. Okay, so next, express the improper fraction as a polynomial plus proper fraction. Then now we do partial fractions for the proper fractions only. The x plus 8, we take it aside first. Last line, then you remember to add it in. Okay, then the denominator is x minus 4 whole thing square. So what do we do now? Is you write one fraction with the denominator as x minus 4. And you write another fraction with denominator as x minus 4 squared. Here the numerator, we just put it as constant. No bx plus c or whatever. Don't have. Okay, that's the formula you remember first. Next, multiply by the original denominator throughout, which means x minus 4 whole thing squared throughout. And you will get rid of all the denominators. Okay, so what do you sub in? Of course, you sub x equal to 4 so that your a will disappear and you can solve for b. The next thing, you can sub x equals to any number such as 0, convenient number, and then you solve, then you find the value for a. Okay, so last but not least, this is the part which a lot of people will forget the x plus 8. Take note, this original question is asking you express x cubed over x minus 4 whole thing square as a partial fraction, which means you have to include the x plus 8 as well as a partial fraction. So don't say never warned you. You forget your x plus 8 in the WA or exam, right? You will lose the answer mark. A bit tui lah. Okay? So with that, that's all for partial fractions. Wish you all the best in the WA and exams. Bye.